What's good? What you think, man? Shitty question. What you think? Who healing factor is better? That shit for me. No, probably know something on it. Sabretooth? Nah, he was laced. This shit was laced. But that shit done so damn inconsistent as of right now. I don't even believe he got it. I'm trying to see who gonna come up here and say what. Good now, bro.
Yeah, yeah, I can hear you. You sound a little echoey though, but I can hear you.
Hold on. You talking on my thing, and I don't even know where the hell that thing at.
It's a good question.
Keep
That's
talking.
a good question you asked earlier though, bro, with the healing factor. That really made me think because I remember, if I remember correctly,
Here.
wasn't Sabretooth slated to get the adamantium bones first, and then Wolverine was brought in, and they gave him to him first instead.
You talking about before he got him?
Yeah. So I remember if I remember correctly, Sabretooth was supposed to get the adamantium bones first, but they thought the process would kill him, so they did it to Logan first to see if the
Mm-hmm.
process would work. But then Logan went crazy, and then he didn't get his.
To that.
What's that?
Sabretooth let him into that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't. That's right. That shit inconsistent, bro. I got to go read to finish up Sabretooth, the one that just ended before Sabretooth and Exile. This is what we on right now. Was I don't believe he got it.
Because I'm be real, man. Like I would say, peak Sabretooth was probably like '90s Sabretooth. That dude was a full menace in the '90s.
And all that shit still canon too.
Yeah, it was a whole menace, and I do remember him and Deadpool going back and forth. And I remember Deadpool. I remember his healing factor was up there with Deadpool at one point.
Bro, his shit is insane. That's why that's why I asked the question. Like, who y'all think shit better? Because Wolverine just got to upgrade his shit too. So it's like, who y'all think shit better?
I think I'll say I'll take Saber. I would take Sabretooth because I watched Sabretooth get his head cut off and he came back. But if you cut Wolverine's head off, he dead. He ain't coming back.
That I don't believe he don't have it. If that's the case, then he don't got that shit.
Because Gorgon cut Wolverine head off at Enemy of the State, and then they put
Thomas
it
Jack,
back on and brainwashed him.
I see you in the comments. Is you able to get on live? I think he at work. But
Common said always at work because he always putting in the work. He put it out. He be putting it out. Comics that got that
bro, I'm
smooth
caught up.
brother.
Bro. I'm already caught up in 72 for the exile. I'm making issue 4.
Comics that got that smooth brother like talk. Like I don't know.
In fact, he be
I've only
calm as
seen him
hell.
get.
Even when he
I've only,
cut
seen,
the up.
I've only seen him get angry twice. 2 times I've ever seen this man get angry.
All right. I'm waiting on somebody to come up there and say Wolverine. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm saying too, and there's reasons why. But I'm waiting on somebody to say Wolverine. I'm gonna debate their ass. I can be ready. I got hella scans right now for both
Yeah.
Wolverine and Saber. I ain't, you know what I'm saying? I want people to know both, and I'm going to decide themselves. Me personally, I'm going with Saber from what I see. But I'm gonna show everybody else the shit and let them see the shit. Let me see.
Yeah. I want to say Sabretooth because just because I remember I remember back in the day when him and Deadpool used to go at it, and even Deadpool referenced his healing factor. Deadpool references healing factor being on par with his, and Deadpool's healing factor is makes him immortal.
Do you hear me? Hell yeah, I'm trying to set that trap up. You hear
When
me, though?
I saw the video, I'm like, all right, this feels like a trap because if I remember correctly, that definitely goes to Sabretooth. If I remember,
I'm trying to see,
I
because the thing is, people don't give Sabretooth enough love. I'm like, bro, y'all sleep as hell on Sabretooth. Like, for real, for real. Like, they be trying to amp up Wolverine and I'm like, okay, I'm here for Wolverine.
I mean, there's a reason why he beats Wolverine's ass on the reg. Like,
That's what I'm saying. But I'm going to go ahead and get into it. I don't see nobody saying Wolverine. Tell me if I should make another video about this. About what? He made another video?
oh yeah, yeah. Did he make another video? Comics then?
Fuck it, I'm going to get started, bro. This my shit. All right. So for what I found, let me see. This shit gonna take a little minute. Leave that shit alone. Cause to be honest with you, bro, his ass, he one of them people that get amped up off anybody telling him, yeah, you're right, yeah, I'm right, yeah. So it really ain't gonna go through his fucking head. We all know his ass don't read that shit. Real.
It's like oh my god, I don't know if you've been following that Zed the Undead and about Shoti shit, but that's been hilarious. I made one video and I'm like, this dude Zed just keeps burying himself, and I'm like, everybody's like, no, make the.
What's going on?
I'm like, no, I ain't making no. I'm not making no. There's no point in making a video trying to debunk. He ain't gonna listen.
That's actually a good one. X-23 versus Lady Deathstrike. I would have to go with X-23. I don't know. I'm trying to fix it. What's going on with
I,
that?
What's that?
Going on with the shit you talking
Oh, Zed and the Soti. All right, so
about?
Zed called out Ahmad Soti because Ahmad said that the Hulk could beat Doomsday and the Hulk quite possibly could beat Wally West. And I don't know, apparently Zed didn't like that. So he said that Doomsday would beat the Hulk, which we all know is a lie. And I debunked that by even
Yeah.
showing the writing. I showed Doomsday Clock and the writer's statement saying that they DC writers made it canon that the Hulk would destroy Doomsday. It's facts. And then he just went out. He like totally backpedaled off the Doomsday argument and just started talking about Wally West. And the shit he was saying was whole lies. Like Wally can run as fast as he wants to at will.
Oh, that little. Okay, I have been seeing that shit. The damn one dude, he be arguing like he looks down when he arguing shit. I know what you're talking about.
Mhm. Yeah,
Yeah, I seen that shit. Talking about something he can run anytime he want. I want, man. I'm happy I
man.
didn't see that shit. I'm
Yeah,
happy I didn't see that shit, bro. I'm happy
yeah.
I didn't see that shit. Because all you
Well,
gotta do is just literally pull out the recent fucking that damn Big Bang. What is it, Big Bang?
yeah.
Yeah, all you gotta do is just pull that shit out. Like, why the fuck you get to run around the world to do this shit? What's up with you, Andrew?
Man, what's going on? 40 cows, Andrew. What's going on? What? Nah, man. I was like, so I'm like, I'm not even gonna make a. I made my one video. He keeps going. He called Hulk a mid tier, and I'm like, how? And I was like, and this was my argument, and I was trying to get this across. I said this to Amaj, and I'm like, bro, I wouldn't. I was like, I wouldn't even at this point. I wouldn't even like reply back to him. So he said Hulk was a mid tier character. I wouldn't even reply back.
Who's they
Right?
saying Flash can run as fast as he want out of stop? I'm done.
Yeah. I mean, even if you say that, even if you were like, all right, even if I was to give you that, this is where I was. As soon as he said Hulk was mid tier, I would laugh because this was the argument, right? He said Hulk was mid tier. He said Hulk was a mid tier character. He said I can name. He's like, there's at least 20 characters above Hulk. So I was like, okay, so at least, right? So say we go. Yeah, so at least I go. At least I say, hey, it's 20 characters. All right, so say there is 20 characters. I believe that maybe there is 20 characters above the Hulk. So that means Hulk's at 21 out of 1,500 characters. Where's that mid? How do you define that as mid? I mean, I thought the
People
definition
just
of mid
mad.
was like if
Thing
you're
is,
mid tier.
that type of shit. When you do that type of shit, you be proving that you're not reading this shit, man. For real,
Yeah, right.
Me
Like,
personally, this year, I really don't argue with people about that shit because it's like, why should I argue with you, man? I'm gonna be going back and forth with your ass for no fucking reason. I only do it if I feel like it's information that needs to be spread. You know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
Besides that, I'll be alone.
This is Professor Hulk is definitely not mid. What? First of all, people sleep on the fact that how intelligent Bruce Banner is, and I even me and Loco were talking about this the other day about how if you gave Bruce Banner prep, Bruce Banner out prep any prepper.
You just sound like my brother, and it is proven facts for that shit.
Think about it. He out prepped Doctor Doom. Okay, you know how much of a prep artist you got to be. Like Doctor Doom
Bruce Banner
is
is hold on. Bruce Banner with prep beat a symbiote, a no level symbiote.
yeah with prep. You know what I'm saying with
Y'all
prep
sleep.
right here. Don't get me wrong. I said with prep.
Bruce Banner, not Hope. Bruce Banner.
Yeah, I said with prep. Bruce Banner made a virus that Doctor Doom absorbed that took him from being one of the smartest men in Marvel to the top to the. He said, "What do you call it? You in the you in the low 85% now." Had this man slurring his speech.
You think he mid tier, Drew? As of right now, since Hope issue 11, I don't want to hear that shit no more.
Yeah, right.
I do not want to hear that shit no more. Like
Yeah,
that shit
no,
need to shut me up. And I used to be yeah, I still feel like motherfuckers can beat up Hope because he just, gets stronger than he, you know what I'm saying, shit like that. But as of now, It ain't that no more. It's a whole different law set for him. He can control his anger. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Like my brother said, we was up there reading this shit. Like, he's like, bro, at stage 2, his ass broke the plank. I'm like, no.
Yeah,
I
for
like, he
real.
didn't go stage 9 when he went to fucking Titan.
Shit, at level 4, this man was battling Thor.
That was 4, huh?
Yeah, it was only level. The Banner of War was only level 4.
That was 4. I ain't even think.
Hey, look, see, I did watch your video now, but I ain't gonna lie. And I know he was like, I kept seeing all the videos that he was saying, especially dealing with the mirror tear. Like, I follow Zed. I think Zed's a cool dude, but when he was like, yeah, like Hawk was definitely low, I was like, nah, bro. As much as I listened to Gamma so much on Hawk, I'm like, bro, no, Hawk ain't nowhere near that low. I'm not even gonna lowball him like that now.
No,
Especially with this Hawk ship Enterprise.
Recent, I pulled the damn comics out. Recent Flash, and he gets his ass whooped by fucking recent. I'm sorry. Both their ass. All of them.
dude, I'm like, yo, how you have Wally West? I'm like, bro, if Wally West is capable of getting one shot by Catwoman, okay, if that's a possibility, Catwoman knocked 3 of them out, single blow, bop, bop, bop. The fuck are you gonna do to the Hulk?
I did read that too.
What are you gonna do to the Hulk? Deathstroke had Wally West literally pissing down his leg, right? Not a real athlete.
Running scared.
To quote Coach, he's not a real athlete. He had pissed down his leg.
He got the old enforcement. That shit, he don't use that shit.
Wait, are you guys talking about that post that guy said about Hulk being a mid-tier?
Yeah.
Oh God! When I saw that, I was like, dude, this guy's got to be trolling, right? Like when he said that.
No, he's
like,
deadly serious. He's dead serious,
bro. And then I'm like, if he's saying that, then who's a high tier then? Like, who's a high tier? like seriously.
What?
I was kind of. Didn't he say Thanos and Surfer are mid tiers too?
First, yes, he did. He did. He most certainly did say Thanos and Silver Surfer were mid tier. So I just that's why I stopped following him. I haven't followed him for that.
Bro, let's just get a guy who can warp reality in itself, and he's mid tier. Okay. Okay. Wait, what?
The way DC Comics been sending Ho and Flash a lot lately, and they have multiple ways of stopping the Flash. Currently, especially through when he got teleported by Pariah, doing that whole run started. I seen multiple guys able to stop Flash, and that's sad.
Are y'all reading the 1 Minute War?
Yeah, that's crazy.
What?
Y'all ain't reading the 1 Minute War?
No, not yet.
I just posted that on my page yesterday. That shit was crazy.
I still got some other stuff. I still got some Vulcan material that you suggested to me that I'm working through.
Bro, I'm pissed, bro. I didn't even get my books this week because it's literally like the weather by me is so bad. Yeah, it's snowing so bad by me.
It was ice down here. That's it.
Well, yeah. There's black ice over here by me. Like, you can't drive on the roads. Like, if you drive on the roads, you'd be like flying everywhere. I haven't got the new Blade book or the Silver Surfer book. I'm kind of pissed.
I ain't gonna pick mine up yet either. So.
Yeah, wait, go ahead. Sorry.
The comics that wants to know if 1 Minute War is any good because he said it looked like ass.
I mean,
as of right now, bro, it's not really. It's I can't even say that right now. It's interesting, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. It's only 2 issues in. I got another issue too. I didn't read. It's the special. I didn't read that one yet. Actually, I just picked it up yesterday. So I'm gonna pick it up. I didn't read that, but for the 2-1 in the main series, that shit good. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's giving you. I would read it so you can get some information on Flash. It's giving you a lot of information about the Flash. Like, they can't run through certain shit. They can't run up certain shit. Shit like that. While he's in there, he can't. Like, if motherfuckers flying, they say that shit too. Motherfuckers flying, they can't. It's only certain shit they can do.
But Millie, we know that because we read Void Song, we read Tempest. We know this.
Yeah, we read all this shit. And it's
we know what the cosmic treadmill is. So we know they can't just casually run back in time. We know
even
this.
during Dark Crisis. they had to use a machine to get where they were going.
No,
But no,
he needed that Mobius share.
I got voice on right
He
here.
said the Flash only weakness is no, the Flash's only weakness is everything other than speed.
Sound is his weakness.
If it ain't speed, it's weak to it.
Shit, fucking what's the
Man,
water shit? He mad.
the way they've been doing Flash lately, that is true. They've been hoeing Flash.
I'm
Like,
pulling this shit out right now. That's what I'm looking for.
they've been dogging him. The Batman do that one timeline had a device strictly for his Speed Force taken away, like out of nowhere.
That wasn't even a timeline. That was in a dream state. He was trying to bring Batman back to life. That was during Dark Crisis.
Like, yeah, I'm ready for your ass.
Batman was like, I'm ready for your ass now. Watch this.
And I'm ready for Batman.
Where you speed go? Where you going?
He's I'm ready for your ass this time.
Listen, I lost all respect for Wally during the Lazarus contract when fucking Deathstroke called up to him and said, "You speedsters are nothing. You're nothing but speed." He's like, "If you even the playing field, you guys are nothing."
Bro, knowing the future state of Flash, Barry tells me, he's like, "What's the first like? You know, the flashbacks they always tell each other and shit." He's like, "What's the first one you run, motherfucker, until you figure out what the fuck to do until help comes?" I'm like, "What?"
Yeah, Deathstroke literally had him pissing out his leg.
Barry said this shit. Oh, I gotta do.
Well, to be honest with you, do you guys like the Lazarus Pit stuff that DC's doing? I actually don't mind it. I've read like the 2 one-shots.
Lazarus Pit, you read the one with Shazam?
I have not read that one. I read the one where it was Damian, I think, with Bruce.
Mm-hmm.
I read that one. Yeah, and that
So
one
you
was pretty good.
You didn't see the one with Trigun, did you?
No, I didn't. To be honest with you, bro, Marvel comes out with so many books, and I always read their books first, and then I read DC, and like it sucks because Marvel releases like 30 books a week, bro. It's so annoying. They release so many books, bro. Like it's crazy.
I'm gonna bring up this.
What do y'all think of James DCU plan? Wait and see.
Right now,
I'm skeptical.
It's part 2.
I'm skeptical too, to be honest. I kind of just like I'm kind of just like waiting to see what happens.
The one thing, you know what's funny, is the one thing he didn't bring up in his phase 1 is the Flash. Ew, he didn't bring that shit up at all. No mention of the Flash in the slightest.
Bro, look, I'm gonna show y'all something right here. This shit, Wally out his mouth said this shit. Okay, you see him right here, right? That's his son. He saved their ass with this tree, right? And he says that if he didn't fucking put that tree in front of him, that shit was gonna kill him.
What? Didn't he? No, he mentioned the Flash, didn't he, in the movie?
That's Wally saying that shit.
I thought
if a big enough force come down,
reset.
If a big enough force come through and like hit the ground type shit, his ass will die. The Hulk can fucking he can hit the ground, blow his ass up. Here right
exactly.
Here.
Exactly.
No, right here. They was talking about he can't run to the wall and shit, right? And he was like, I can do that shit basically and shit. So he runs, bam, smack that bitch. He can't run up the motherfucker. And I want to say he said that he can't yet.
So what I said was like, Wally's fast, right? I was like, Wally's fast and it's great. Don't they need friction to start running?
Look, I just said it. Look.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
But that's seemingly frictionless.
But that's why he can't run up. Yeah, that's why I brought that shit up back in the. I brought that shit up during my Silver Surfer versus. I had a debate with God, what's his name? I had a debate a while back, like last year, I did Silver Surfer versus the Flash, and I was like, "Yo, the Flashes need fiction." I was like, "The Flash can't fly." He's like, "Yes, they can. They can run on air molecules." I said, "They need to build up speed." Like when Barry did that, he had to build up speed running across rooftops before he could attempt to do it.
Look, they're moving as fast as we are. We might be able to outpace the tanks, but those flying ships or whatever they are shooting at us will shoot us down. I bet. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you gotta read this shit. You're gonna get some information. Just keep caught up, and y'all know like what these motherfuckers can and can't do.
Yo, is the Flash books actually good to read?
Hell yeah.
I never pick it up, and I don't know why.
Yeah. I fucks with the Flash. I'm talking about every Flash I've been on, and like I ain't gonna lie, you want to see some beats and shit? They show you the bitches.
Mm. I'm a Barry Allen Flash fan. I'm not a Wally fan. I don't really like Wally. I like Barry Allen.
To be
See,
honest with
I
you,
like Barry Allen too. I never liked the
yeah,
Wally.
I'm a Barry fan as
I never
well.
like.
But
I mean, honestly, I really never like Wally. I always like Barry.
to be honest with you, the reason why I think I don't like Wally is because their fans are kind of cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. But
Even outside the fandom, I'm like, I know. Wally's always done things like by accident, where Barry knew he was going to do something.
And
that's
Mustard, can y'all
true.
hear me? Yeah, y'all hear me?
What
Yeah,
was
Yeah.
that?
I hear you.
Y'all can't hear
You
me. My screen messed up. Hold on, just take over the live for a second. I gotta do this. Y'all keep talking. I gotta
Professor Zoom, the only good speedster. Nah. Godspeed's pretty good. Well, was good. So he got his next snap. Professor.
I cannot wait for like early summer. Like hella good books are coming out. I actually just cannot wait.
I just want. Like I know what it is so like I tell people all the time, man. Like I just want DC Comics to just get back to the formula that made them good. That made it like put it over the top. Like the formula that was like, all right, you know, it's just they're. I mean, honestly, I want to say like I want to say over the last 10 years, DC Comics has been so incredibly stale that they had to reboot like what 5 times in ten
Well,
years.
to be honest with you, I think the one thing that Marvel's doing better than them right now is their solo runs.
Marvel's
That's my
doing.
thing.
I mean, real with you, Marvel's doing everything better. Marvel's doing everything better, right? Everything better. Like for example, like if we bring up Black Panther, it comes out brought back new Black Panther in June. I don't
Yeah, I'm
particularly
actually gonna
like.
grab that.
I don't particularly like the route they're going with Black Panther, but at least they're bringing him back down to earth. Like, look, Black Panther can be beaten, guys. He's not. He's not. You know, and that's what I like about Marvel is every character has a way to be beaten.
Well, I don't know, cause that new Spider-Man run kind of pissed me off, man.
Oh yeah,
That
well,
That run, yeah,
we're not gonna talk about Peter because they've been shitting on Peter for years now.
yeah, no, the Zeb Wells. I don't know what drugs he was on, but he effed up real good. But I
Yeah,
think after the one thing though we can actually figure out is after this dark web shit. I think ASM 19 comes out next week. It's going to explain what happened between him and Mary Jane. So
I
hopefully
thought
we
they
can
already
figure
did
out.
that.
what
I
No,
thought
happened.
no, we were just told that they had a fight and something bad happened in between the 6 months of the
We finna
old run
finally
and
hear
the new
about what
one.
happened with the 6 month shit.
Wait, what?
We finna finally hear about that 6 month shit.
Yeah, I believe so.
Fuck it, man.
I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't really particularly like Mary Jane.
I don't
Um,
either. I don't either.
I'm
that's
team
why
believe
everybody, and that's why everybody was mad at the what was it the one more day event. I was so incredibly happy when that man did that shit.
Well,
Yeah,
to
I'm
be
gonna
honest with
reset
you,
Spider Man. I'm
to be
making
honest,
sure he never dated Mary Jane ever again.
I
Yes,
want to say that motherfucker
yes.
damn Lost Hun is canon. I gotta go back and reread it. But I want to say that
well,
shit canon. That's canon, then that's in the future.
wait,
And
hold
they
on,
got,
Millie, did you hear about this thing called the Summer of the Symbiotes? Did you hear about that?
yeah, yeah, they already showed us that. They showed us the Summer of the Symbiotes. That it's gonna be another little event. I say with the Avengers or something. It's like
Yeah.
4 events. I did see the events. I just forgot the names of them. But yeah, I did hear about that.
No, that's
I'm more
crazy.
excited for that than
Well,
this dark web shit. I gotta read the last issue, that finale. I
well,
haven't read that.
I tell you what though, the only problem I have with Marvel is their continuity is kind of weird because there's a lot of stories going on at once. and it's kind of hard to like comprehend like what is happening first and what's happening like after it, right? Like right now it's the Sins of Sinister. Right now, like the only thing it said that outside of the Thor shit, that every single like storyline that's going on, it's corresponding with the Sins of Sinister.
Yeah,
But
I agree with you. Thor shit. I want to say the Thor shit. Actually, I do know where the Thor shit happens. The Thor shit happens way after Venom issue 17.
oh yeah,
So we're
no,
actually
I think Thor, the stuff that's
that's
going on
the
in Thor is
future.
technically current. Like that's in the Marvel terms. Like if you're in the Marvel universe, that's what's exactly happening right now.
No, I think that shit in the future.
You think it's in the future?
I think it's in a little bit in the future. I think it's like not too far in the future, but in the future. You get what I'm saying?
No, 100%.
And that's the only reason why I say that is because of that Venom shit.
I think did I read Venom issue 17? I think I did.
It's not out yet. It's not even on 17. It's on 15.
Is it on
It's on
15?
15.
See,
Yeah.
no, I get confused, bro, because like there's so many books. I just read and I'm like, hell,
The
did I read
covers,
that?
Venom. What confused you is that the Venom covers look exactly like the Spider.
Bro, they're so similar. It's just a green background with two Venom
Yeah.
like symbiotes fighting. Like what the fuck?
Just like shit, yeah.
I'm
Even
just
the
sitting there
Dark
like, bro,
Web
can
shit.
you change the
The Dark
covers,
Web
please?
shit look like too.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, quick question: who was that red and white symbiote that Venom was fighting?
That's Red Goblin.
Yeah, that's Red Goblin. That is Harry's son, right? Is that Harry's son?
I want to say yeah.
It's Norman's grandson. Norman's grandson now is the Red Goblin.
Yeah.
What the
I'm gonna say
fuck?
something.
Yep. It's gonna be kind of interesting too, because after this dark web shit, is like Norman gonna like? I don't think Norman knows that his grandson is the Red Goblin yet.
And he's the gold goblin right now too, so it's like,
yeah.
And we're finna get a Red Goblin comic too. I got
that comes out next week. That actually comes out next week.
You're right. I gotta go pick up my comics next week. I'm making sure I ain't, because they fucking I ain't going to the comic store in about like 2 months. I ain't gonna lie. And they put some of my shit back. I was pissed. So I ain't got I missed out on the Amazing Spider-Man issue 13 to 14. And 14 is the introduction to Hallows Eve, which I actually kind of like.
Well, I was gonna say, freaking Millie, this March there's actually gonna be so many books. There's Cosmic Ghost Rider. They're having a Rogue and Gambit book. Captain Britain books coming out, and I want to say I saw Iron Fist.
Hey, Comics Dad, do you know who the fuck anybody? Do anybody know who the fuck is Al Harper is in Marvel?
You said who?
Al Harper.
You said Al Sharpton, the Silver Surfer dude?
Yeah, the dude that they had at the end of the Silver Surfer. Who the hell is Al Harper?
I have no clue. I've not read the new Silver Surfer book, so
it was boring. I'll be honest with that.
It just sucks. I couldn't get the book, bro. I just can't. I'm actually going to the airport, but like I have to fly out. But I hope I can get that book, man.
Who is it?
I thought he was one of those family members. You know, the son and the daughter. That was.
They said
yeah. Comics Dad's right. Yeah, it's like an old scientist from the 80s. I saw that.
Strong as fuck. His name Ghostlight. I know that. So he died in an event. Yeah, he just came back to life.
You're talking about Alvin Harper. He's dead, right?
No, he's back to life now.
No shit.
Yeah, he the new Silver Surfer.
Yeah, he used to. He's old, bro.
Don't say that.
Old.
Don't say that. He ain't no new Silver Surfer. We don't know what the fuck he is.
No, I said he's in the new Silver Surfer. He's in the new Silver Surfer.
Oh, he died back in the 70s, bro. Let's say he died back in the 70s.
Nah, he alive now. He just came back to life at the end of that book, and Silver Surfer popped up like, who the fuck brought my friend back to life? I'm like, who the fuck is Al Harper?
Yeah, I remember that. Silver Surfer put the burning flame on his grave.
Yeah, he's alive now.
They were boys. Him and Silver Surfer were boys back in the day.
He's alive because I guess his fucking family members went down into his laboratory and hit this energy thing, and these people been looking for that energy thing for a minute, and it brought him back to life. And he said that he wasn't really dead.
Oh, I thought he died though. I thought that
He,
shit was old. We're talking about like the 70s, bro. We're talking about like back in the
he
70s. He
said, "Look,
died.
no. He came out the grave. Like he was dead, but he said
Oh,
he
okay.
wasn't dead. It was some weird shit because he was contacting the girl.
All right,
You know,
yo, later, Phil, bro.
all right then.
Yo, me, Phil, and the Brooks brothers, man. We're in this dude is doing like comic talk debaters, and he did. I think it was like 16. Sorry, it was 16. He made a list of 16 debaters, and we're in the top. We reached top three. Me, Phil, and Brooks brothers.
Oh, congratulations.
And I said,
I
you
don't
want
even
to
know
debate on
how,
some new
man.
shit?
Eh,
I got
They were like, yo, they were like, yo, it's based on debating and content. And I made top, yeah, Marvel.dc 2020 or something like that. I think that's his name. Yeah, Andrew won it. Andrew
you.
won it the first time he did it. Andrew won it, and I'm in top three right now.
And what
Trying
is
to be
it?
like Andrew. Just people vote for comic talk creators and based on debating and their content. And I made it's viewer based voting.
Oh, okay, that's what's up.
Wow, shoot.
He asked me if I wanted to be in the second. He asked me if I wanted to be in the first run of it, and I was like, "Nah, I'm good. I'm not really in that." And then he was like, "Come on, man, be in the second time." I'm like, "All right, fine. I'm in the second time. Probably gonna get voted off like first because people hate my guts." But for real, people get mad at me. Listen. I'm like Millie, bro. I just speak the truth. I'm be honest with you. Like,
Hey man, there's nothing wrong with that, man. Y'all speak y'all mind. That's why I appreciate it. Shit, like, if y'all don't speak y'all mind, I mean, every time I watch Millie video, bro, Millie going off on somebody. Like just like, it's almost like every week Millie going off on somebody about something.
I've
what
never.
Marvel
But he be
comics
telling
did
the
you get?
truth though. But he be telling the truth, and you can't knock him for it. And people might block him, people might dislike him, but it is what it is.
John gets buckets. Wants to know what Marvel comics you should get,
Oh,
Millie.
bro, I don't be trying to do that shit. Like,
Just follow Millie, bro. Just follow Millie. He got you.
Man, yeah,
I,
Millie. If
yeah,
you know anything
no,
about comics, follow Millie.
yeah, I'm more of just. I try to get the story. I'm trying to be content based now. I didn't be trying to, I'm starting to
Listen,
get to that ask questions, what's up, people type shit. I used to be. You already seen my content. I'm all.
yeah,
Did y'all see this shit? Did y'all see
yeah.
this shit?
Listen, Millie always recommends the fire. I'm talking. There's not a single recommendation that Millie has recommended that I would say was trash. Not
I'm
one.
Yeah,
gonna let you
I
know
have
if that
not.
shit
I
trash.
agree with that, man. Because Millie will get you together, and he will have you interested in that comic. I ain't gonna lie. I done it myself, so I can attest to that.
Like I wasn't huge. Like, I remember the last Vulcan I read was like back in the day. Before like the Krakoa events and stuff. I didn't read a lot of Vulcan. He was like, "Nah, you don't want to read Vulcan and read this, read this, read this." I'm like, and I just started reading through it. I'm like, "Yo, this dude Vulcan is a beast.
The motherfucker's a problem, bro. He just.
He is a
I don't
problem.
like his cottonhead ass attitude, bro. Like they make him too much of a hype. Like, damn, dude, chill the fuck up. No. That's how he is.
I,
Like, damn, bro. What the fuck?
I didn't, I mean, honestly, I never thought he'd ever be stronger than Scott, and I think he is now.
Bro, everybody's stronger than Scott, bro. Like,
And listen,
that's
man,
one
I
thing.
can't. That hurts my heart, though. I'm really honest. That hurts my
I
heart.
understand, but they need to upgrade his ass. Like, he just
Wait,
said it.
Captain America?
Like, no,
No,
No, no, no,
Cyclops.
no, not you, Millie. The guy,
he talking
John
about,
Get Buck said Captain America haven't had no good runs. That's what I'm running. You talking about
Man, this
Captain America?
newest run that's out right now is good. I'm talking about Steve Rogers. His shit is good. Even fucking Sam is his name Sam Wilson. Yeah, his shit good too. But I'm
yeah, Sam
actually
Yeah,
Wilson.
Sam.
enjoying.
Yeah, Sam
Uh,
Wilson's gonna. Captain America got some good
I'm
runs, man.
enjoying.
right. The
The
Sentinel of
reason why
Liberties.
I'm
That's
why
good.
Sentinel Liberty. Sentinel Liberty Code because the fact that they explain like his shield is a conspiracy shit. Like that's a symbol for some conspiracy shit. And then they got to getting into that shit. Like, that's what's good about that shit. And then he's showing new powers and shit. Like, he ain't got new powers, but he can create electricity with the shield and shit. Like, that shit cool.
Nah, I definitely want to talk about how Scott Summers gets like. Hold on, real quick though, because you know what I'm
He
saying. He
gets
was my. You know what I'm
super
saying.
old,
Him,
bro.
yo, him and Bobby Drake were my favorite X-Men. Still to this very day, my favorite X-Men of all time. Iceman,
You know how
Cyclops.
they hold this man, bro, recently?
Mm.
They had his ass tied up and put some dogs around his ass and took his eyes off. Like, yeah, you open them eyes.
I didn't
I'm like,
listen.
man,
I didn't like the way Captain America did him in Avengers vs. X-Men. I don't like that. That pissed me off. Captain
oh,
America
yeah,
did him
yeah.
dirty.
And Captain America didn't have to go in on him like that either.
No, he
The only
didn't.
time
Captain
I
America did
actually
him dirty.
seen
Captain
I
America
was like,
did Gambit
yeah,
dirty too.
Cyclops no problem is when he became the Phoenix. That's when I was like, okay, Cyclops no problem. Besides that, I really never really liked Cyclops.
Mm.
I liked him in that game back in the day. You remember that game back in the day? Used to beat motherfuckers. I used to hate fighting motherfuckers. They bring me back once you did.
Y'all read y'all read that Trials of X-Men? Is that's like multiple books in one?
Trials of X.
The newest one that just came out.
What?
It's like a new one that came out.
Trials of X?
Yeah, Trials of X. Yeah.
Let me look this shit up.
All right. He asked, "What's the newest Hulk comic about?"
Dawn, like that, he having Dawn X and shit like that.
Probably so, because I saw it was like 2023 and it's a Swamp Thing. Swamp Thing is in it. Or Man Thing.
Oh no.
Man Thing was fighting Wolverine.
What did you say, no?
Wait, what you say? We saw me or Nava?
Yeah, what the fuck you finna say? You just say something I cut him off last
Nava?
What's that?
What you say?
No, I was responding to John Gets Bucket. He wanted to know what the new Hulk comics were about, and I very much replied to him. It was pretty much Banner took the Hulk and hooked him up with some celestial technology, and now controls Hulk's power from a
Celestial technology?
Yeah, he's hooked up to this. Yeah, he's hooked up to that celestial technologies. So now Banner can control his power.
When they explain that, I've been wondering what the fuck this shit was this whole time.
They explained it just recently when he landed on that after Banner of War. When he landed on that planet.
Girl. I gotta reread that now. That girl was talking about.
Yeah, he got that celestial tech that Banner got on him.
Hey, that damn issue left me thinking about that shit for a good minute. I'm just like, bro, that shit is good as fuck.
Oh yeah. Dude, let me tell you something. I'm gonna be honest with you. If he was at like a 4 or 5 when he was fighting during Banner of War, I wouldn't want to see that shit pressed up to like 8, 9.
Bro, he's destroying planets on 2. I don't think that was 2.
Yeah, I'm saying he was destroying Grendel's at 2. You know what I'm saying? It's like it was. I don't want to see it.
I went back to go read that one shit. I went to go read issue 6 because my brother ain't see Titan. Bro, he was getting his ass at 9 before he turned into Titan. They fucking his ass up. I'm like, yeah, I fucking love these Hulk ass motherfuckers. It was tall as hell though.
Yeah.
Okay, you said Trials of X. I don't see that shit.
You know what? I'm gonna have to when I post it on my page, I'm gonna tag you in it so you can see.
Legion of X?
Huh?
Legion of X?
Is that it? I know Man Thing is on there. I just know it was Man Thing. Wolverine was fighting Man Thing.
You mean dying the Man Thing?
I mean, y'all know the carbon the copy of Swamp Thing.
Yeah.
Let me go.
Oh, you mean the thing that Swamp Thing? You think the Swamp Thing copied?
Yeah,
You know,
I
Man
do know
Thing.
what I'm
You
talking
know,
about. Shoot.
Man Thing came out
Wolverine,
first.
hey, Wolverine is fighting for Cole. He just whooped. I don't even say he whooped his. Yeah, he did whoop his ass. So
Hold on.
he fought for Cole.
Hold on. I'm about to go check it out on my page real quick. Hold on.
We
Yeah,
do know that Man Thing came out first, though, right? We do know that Man Thing came out first.
yeah,
Man Thing was out for like a whole 2 years before Swamp Thing came out.
yeah, I know that. Lion told me this shit.
We do know that Man Thing is like the nexus of all realities, right?
Bro, every fucking Moon Knight comic that come out, they be talking about it's hot. You read that shit. What was hot about? Oh, he can come back to life. Let's see, that new Scarlet Witch came out too. I forgot
All right. No, you sure about that 40 count? I thought it was like a whole 2 years. See, May 1971, Man Thing came out. Look at Swamp Thing.
Yeah, they start this shit off. I'm reading that Scarlet Witch. They start this shit off. You are the Scarlet Witch, local
Yeah, you're
guideline.
right. It was 2 months, bro.
And it's like we jumping on that shit
That's
right
good.
now. We need that right now.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Man Thing came out in May of 1971. Swamp Thing came out in July of 1971. They were both doctors, which is funny. Uh,
You know what I didn't know? You know Darcy, MCU.
yes,
She's in WandaVision. She was like the smart girl.
yeah.
They just gave her first comic introduction in the first issue of Scarlet Witch, and that bitch is going up too.
That issue
Bro,
2 of Scarlet Witch, man, that shit was crazy.
you know what I didn't know? You know what I didn't know? I didn't know that Harley Quinn origin is not from the Batman comic books. She was
No, it's
created for
from
the
the
TV show
cartoon.
first.
Yeah, it's from the cartoon.
She started, yeah, she was started from the Batman. She was created from the Batman animated series. Actually, as a matter of fact, the Batman animated series, the animated series that came out in the '90s, created 4 different Batman rogues, original characters,
Yep.
and I
I
didn't know
found
that
that
shit.
out a long time.
Which to me makes the show even more goated. That one of the
Yeah,
most
go ahead and make
beloved
a video.
Batman.
I bet you a lot of people don't know about it. I be making videos and shit like that. I bet you know about this shit.
I think that's when
But
I realized that. I think I watched that video about you when you talk about. I think you were the one that told me about that. About Harley Quinn came from the TV show. She wasn't created.
no, she wasn't credited in comics.
No,
I
I
don't remember
think it
when
was
she
you that
first
told me
came
that.
in comics, but yeah,
Man,
she
I
wasn't
thought
credited.
Marvel forgot about Firestar 40 cats. I remember Firestar from Spider-Man and Amazing Friends.
Yeah, Marvel got so many characters. They think I think they forgot about her. But it's not just us that forgot about her. That Marvel forgot about her too. It's like Marvel forgot about Jubilee for a little bit. Like,
That still don't explain how the fuck he had a baby though. So they talking about fucking Wanda's daughter, Viv, and she says, "Strange, you, the synthezoid daughter of my synthezoid X and his second wife, a wife programmed with my brain waves. What's up about that?" Like, still don't make. I mean, it makes sense on that level, but it still makes sense. Y'all robots. The fuck?
Oh, he's in the current X-Men run. That's what he said Firestar it is.
You talking about the girl?
Yeah, Firestar, the one from Spider-Man Amazing Friends. He just said
Yeah,
she's in
yeah,
the
yeah.
current
She's on
X-Men
the
run.
roster. Her and Bobby.
Yeah, but I was talking about the Trials of X, and then when you look at it, it shows it says X Force the next part, and then it shows Man Thing. Like I saw it on ReadAllComics.com when I clicked on Trials of X.
is it like a trade?
This is a trade.
Oh, Trials of X. Oh, yes, I think it's a trade.
Yeah, I just saw the Trials of X, and then when I looked over it, I kept continuing. I said,
Yeah, I'm
"This
looking
is
at it
X
right now.
Force."
I'm looking at it right now, Millie.
Yeah, this is a trade.
It's a trade. Has like Trial Magneto and shit in it.
Yeah, okay. That's what I was
It's a
thinking.
trade.
It
It's a
has the
trade.
crowd. That's old,
Yeah,
bro.
That's old.
yeah,
Yeah,
it
them
is.
books came
It
out
has
old.
so it contains X-Men, the Trial of Magneto. It contains Sword, New Mutants, and the Marauders.
Okay,
And I think what
Sword,
you're looking at, I
that
think what you're
ended.
thinking about is the Marauders.
probably so. Because yeah, I didn't know. I thought that was new because it said like on the bottom it was like 2023, and I'm like, wait, huh?
No,
Yeah, they
yeah,
just
it's a trade that just
book.
came out. Yeah, that is
Nah, it's
fire.
a trade. You know that shit old, bro. Because they just dropping all books in one. I'm gonna just
Trial,
send you
Mag-
this shit.
Trial of Magneto was fire. Trial of Magneto was absolute fire, and nobody can even tell me otherwise. Like people need to really get up on that. Like that's why everybody talks shit about Wanda. I go, listen, you can talk shit about Wanda, but like reach out Magneto and tell me that she wouldn't just dominate like a lot of people.
That new run when she fought that Dream Queen, man, I was like, oh, what the hell? And then she was like, you're no longer like a substance or something like that, and then she popped like a pills up in her mouth. I was like, that's crazy. I didn't know she got. He said, I'm a wanna hate her. I love to hate her.
Oh my god! So you know what's funny is like, I'm in this group, right? We are they talk about comics all the time, and this one dude was like, "I hate Wanda, man. You know what's stopping Wanda?" I was like, "Wanda's overrated. She, you know, how could she be considered strong when you could just punch her in the mouth?" And I was like, "Why don't you go to the comic books and show me the last time somebody punched her in the mouth?"
One.
Yeah,
I mean,
when's the last time?
that's true. That is true.
When's the last time we see somebody just haul off and punch her in the mouth? Hope Summers was the last person to do it. Last person to do it.
Bro, she just did it a fucking again.
Yeah, Hope Summers, who was like the Dark Phoenix. The guy, like you know what I'm saying? Look what kind of power you have just to punch her in the mouth. He made it seem like Iron Fist was gonna go just punch Wanda in the mouth. No, no, no. That's not how this works.
No, I don't think they'll let it. The
Even
only way
Thor,
I'll see that happen if it was like they wanted to nerf the shit out of her so bad after the power up, and then people just start blowing her shit up.
like bro, even Thor couldn't punch her in the mouth. He tried a couple of times.
You gotta read this shit.
The only person I
Hey,
actually, I mean, real to you, the only person I've ever seen Wanda tremble in fear of, like she was just absolutely terrified of them, is Zarathos. That was it. Like this is the only time I've ever seen her terrified. Is when Zarathos was coming towards her, like I'm gonna kill you, witch.
It's always the writer
She was like, "Oh shit!" She's like, "Oh wait, stop, no. I'm about to kill you, witch. You about to die today." You saw what I just did the man thing. You next.
it's always the writers that get people shook out here, man.
bro,
Even if that's the case, Tom said,
hold on. Yo,
"What's up?"
Huh? Millie?
I don't think he was talking to us, but
Oh,
even if that's the case, comics that even if that's the case, it doesn't matter because we know Hope Summers is still that girl, right? Hope Summers is still that. So even if that was the case, it's still Hope Summers. Like it's not like you can't it's like oh even if Hope Summers coming up, look what you have to do to punch Wanda in the face, just to hit her in the mouth.
and
I said the only person I've ever seen Wanda actually tremble in fear amongst their presence was the Ghost Rider, and that's it.
Yeah, don't he got like some new? Is he about to fight a new? What's the name? A new Spirit of Vengeance?
See, Ghost Rider. I think so because I don't know. I just read Ghost Rider. I just read number 7. I want to say there is. It's not a new Spirit of Vengeance. It's the corruption that was within his body.
Okay, it's
Blackheart made a copy of him.
All right.
Made out of
so
pure
was that
darkness.
that same issue with? Okay, not to cut you off. I just wanted to ask this question.
Uh-huh.
Was that same issue when Wolverine was fighting him when he was pulling that little? During that same time when Wolverine's pulling out that one entity out of him.
No, this is after the fact because Johnny just woke up. What happened was Johnny after King in Black, Johnny had that darkness inside of him,
right?
And they essentially Wolverine pulled it out. Something I don't know what put that shit inside of him again, but something put that inside of him again, and it made him amnesic to the point he thought his girlfriend and he thought he had a wife and kid and shit like that. He was living in this town, and then somebody showed up and woke them up because they need him because shit was going bad. Like Blackheart came back, and Blackheart was about to take the throne of hell, and they need Johnny to take that shit before Blackheart does.
Okay. I'm gonna start reading those Ghost Rider, the newest Ghost Rider runs.
So, as of number 7, Blackheart says, "I can't." Blackheart pretty much said, "I can never conquer Zarathos, but I can make a copy of him." And he made a pure copy of Johnny and Zarathos, and it's made of pure darkness, which is eventually going to end up fighting Ghost Rider, and probably Ghost Rider's going to end up killing it. Let's be honest.
Right.
Because though I may not be the biggest Ghost Rider fan, and I know a lot of people may think I am, but I'm really not. Ghost Rider doesn't it's the only way you're beating Ghost Rider is if you convince Johnny not to kill you. If you can befriend Johnny and be like, please don't kill me, I'm good, please don't do it, then he'd be like, I'll let you live. But other than that, like if he shows up and he really wants you dead, you're gonna die. He's gonna kill you.
Do Robbie Reyes still got the All Rider still?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. So, I'm trying to keep up with all of these, so I'm just trying to read them where to currently start from, so I can keep up with everything.
That's why they're debating who's currently the strongest Ghost Rider right now. Is it Johnny or is it Robbie? I think right now it's Robbie because Johnny doesn't remember who he is.
Okay.
Johnny doesn't remember he is Zarathos. Him and Zarathos are one and the same. Because they fucked with his brain after King in Black. But the new Midnight Suns is good though. I'm
gonna check that out.
Even though they were clowning on my man Doom like that, I don't like that. I don't like that. And on top of that, Comics Dad, why was I was in a live with Comics Dad and King Lion, and I was like, yo, Dr. Doom would crush all the Inhumans by himself. And they're like, you know what I'm saying? They were trying to clown me like, yo, why he came and beat Clea? And I'm like, no, he didn't, because he showed up to Clea, was like, give me the Sorcerer Supreme. And when she tried to fight him, he was like, you know what? I don't even want it. And left her. Just embarrassed her. And then, I was like, name one time somebody went in and just soloed Doom currently. And I'm not talking about like the 60s when Luke Cage did it. Like you can't tell me a time currently where somebody was like, you know what? Dr. Doom's up to some shit. Let's just go beat him right now. Nobody. I was like, the only person that's even came close to soloing Dr. Doom was T'Challa. That was it. He's the only person that ever came close to doing it.
Damn, he was the only one? Not even Reed himself?
He's the only, Not even Reed. Even the Fantastic Four needs help. He needs help. You need help beating Doctor Doom. The only person that ever came solo to beating Doom was T'Challa.
Damn, I thought Reed Richards would have done it by now after all these years.
Maestro didn't mess him up. Maestro tricked him, and he still beat Maestro. And Maestro poisoned him, and he still beat Maestro. Maestro poisoned him, and he still beat. He was still putting the work on Maestro.
Also, Maestro did a dirty tactic.
Yeah. Again, I made that video already. Antisocial. I made that video already.
I'm gonna check out your page and go check it out.
Yeah. Maestro poisoned him, and he was still putting in that work on him. I don't even know Kang, because even Kang was like, I don't really fuck with Doom like that. Doom can do what I do tenfold. I'm not even gonna fuck with. Think about it, man. Even Thanos is like, I don't fuck with Doom because he a problem.
I was gonna say the Celestial that was about to judge Doom. Doom turned around, walked away like, yeah, I don't care. Keep going.
Yeah, nah, Thor can't solo Doom because even when the Asgardians were like, Odin was talking shit to him, and he was like, please. Walked away. Please. I'm not doing it. Fuck you, Odin. Being serious. So, all right, Thanos himself said there's two entities in this universe that I need to keep an eye on. One of them is Bruce Banner, and the other one's Doctor Doom. So he avoids all fights with the Hulk as possible. That's his word. Thanos' own words. I avoid fighting the Hulk. And he avoids getting on Doom's bad side. He's always got to keep an eye out on Doom and see what Doom's doing next.
Man, I'm still. The
next you know, Doom show up to his throne, take all the Infinity Gems, fuck around, take all of his daughters and everything.
So how do you feel about when Sinister did that plan and gave that chip, and then Namor pull up behind Doom and stabbed him? When you saw that picture,
I didn't feel good about it. I didn't feel good about it because we know that shit. If it was real, Doom don't fall for that.
Oh yeah, you said Supes Thanos. If you're talking about in character, Supes will lose just because of how his character is.
I'm saying, yeah. Even Kang was like, when it comes to Doom, I gotta. Even with infinite prep, I gotta tread lightly because even like I said, to me, everybody wants to look at Doom and think, Doctor Doom is like Doctor Doom is like the king of. If you underestimate me, I'll do some real bad shit to you.
Martian Manhunter, the Hulk. That's
I always bring up Doctor Doom and how Doctor Doom outsmarted a mutant that had the ability to see everything. He literally was omniscient, omnipresent, and Doctor Doom outsmarted him. Stole that man's powers and then used his powers against him. Tricked him into combining every single multiverse version of the Fantastic Four into 4 entities. And them 4 entities murdered the shit out of Marquis of Death. And it was all because Doctor Doom.
Wow. Sentry would be Flash.
Sentry would destroy the Flash, but it's not even.
I'm giving the beat because I'm assuming he's talking about in character. So Sentry would be Flash. I wouldn't even say destroy because we talking about in character.
Oh, even in character, Sentry would kill him. What? You pretend like Sentry didn't rip Carnage. Wait, we gonna pretend that Sentry didn't rip Carnage in half? No, we gonna pretend. No. We gonna pretend Sentry didn't rip. We're gonna pretend that Sentry didn't rip Ares in half. That was in character.
Look. See, now I'm being mean about it. I'm being nice about it. I said beat.
I'm not being nice about it, dude. I'm being honest with you. The Flashes need to step their fighting game up because right now they don't Flashes can't fight. That's their whole thing. They are speed. The Flashes cannot fight. They got speed and power, but when it comes to actual fighting, they can't fight. They can't. They can't fight. And I hate this. Like I said, I don't want to sound like I'm downplaying the Flashes. No, because they have tremendous speed and they have powers and abilities that make up for the fact they can't fight. But as soon as they run into somebody that can fight, somebody that knows how to throw hands, they're in trouble.
He ain't lying. Honestly, what they need to do is focus. This is how I feel about DC. This is just my opinion when it comes to DC. Okay, you got Superman back to actually. Let me phrase that. Superman's above pre-crisis level. Actually, that's where he currently at right now. You need to make everybody back at their level and keep them there, and stop changing everything about them because you're just trying to fit to everybody's liking. Whereas, if we know for years DC were likable characters, regardless how powerful they are, regardless of how powerful they are, we still enjoyed them and make good stories that way. We knew Marvel was the more relatable characters. We knew that. There's nothing wrong with that. We know that automatically. So it was the difference between Marvel and DC when it comes to that situation.
Yeah.
So I do agree with you, Nava. If you're gonna bring back Flash, because Flash, all the Flash characters right now are horrible. Even though I do like Barry Allen, all the Flash characters are horrible. They don't give them. I understand when it comes to the speed, but everything about them that's the problem. It's just speed. There's no reason why I know for instance, Barry Allen and Wally West know Batman for years. Why they don't have no type of hand-to-hand combat?
Because that's all that's all the writers want to give them. All right, these guys are very fast, but like, can they fight? Well, yeah, they're fast, but they got powers. Okay, but can they fight? All right, let's see what happens when they go against Wonder Woman. They get clapped. What happens when shit? Even Batman Catwoman. Like, I can run down the line of the most embarrassing hand-to-hand losses these guys. Deathstroke, without the Icon armor, has taken out Flashes.
The fact that is true, and that's the downfall to it. I feel like this is where DC lack at. Okay, we understand. Okay, we know what Flash are capable of, especially when you look at Reverse Flash. We know Reverse Flash has no problem in character fucking up the timeline. He will fuck with everybody just because. Now, with that being said, could you imagine a Barry Allen who possibly close to being skilled, who can use some type of way of his Speed Force to increase his durability and things like that, so he's able to take damage, without, being hurt or anything like that. DC has not been able to be more creative with their characters besides the main two that everybody knows, which is Superman and Batman. They're getting creative with them, but leaving everybody else behind. So that's why I said I feel like if DC want to get back to that point, you gotta upgrade everybody.
But that's what happened, though, right? So this is what DC's downfall was, and this is where DC started kind of to dip. This is what happened with DC Comics, right? Superman became all powerful, and they were like, "Well, we can't have Superman being the all powerful guy." Like after he came back from like Death of Superman, right? It's like nobody wanted to see a life without Superman. But it's like, all right, we got Superman that's like super powerful, right? How are these guys supposed to hang with Superman? How is it feasible? What kind of storyline would you have? Where it's just like, all right, Superman is that guy, and then like Batman, all right, Wonder Woman kind of strong, Batman not strong at all. We gotta have to boost these guys up because they have to be on the same level as Superman, otherwise nobody's gonna read them.
But they can't.
Now they got Batman. Now they got to the point that now Batman can fall from fucking orbit and live. That man is a normal human being.
That's so true.
That man is a normal ass. He's a normal human being. He's a normal human. I don't give a shit what kind of armor you got. He fell from 240,000 miles above the Earth's surface directly into the Earth and got up and walked that shit off like he was Superman.
Dude, it's negative. I believe it's negative 200 in space. Negative 200 in space. There was
He's like, I got this bat suit. Like, what the fuck is this suit made out of that he entered Earth's surface and didn't turn into a piece of toast? Like,
And
Like
everybody
you can't
said
make
he
this shit up
just
anymore, man.
you
Like
can't.
you can't make this shit up. Like that's what I'm saying. I think Batman has become a full meme at this point, even to his own company.
And the writers still haven't explained that same comic at all. Regardless of everybody else's interpretation of it, I need the writers to come out and actually say something to them.
Well, they did. They put Chip Zdarsky did a good job explaining Batman's thought process, but we didn't like you're telling me mathematical equations is stopping physics,
Yeah, I
and
don't know
it's like
that.
that's what I'm saying. Batman has become a meme. He's become the meme that everybody that says Batman solos or Batman. That's what DC made him.
I remember comic related said one day it was YouTube. He was interviewing with somebody, and the guy said, comic related pointed this out. He was like, he read a Batman comic where Riddler was in the room, and he was talking to Batman through the I guess the Batmobile or something. Where Batman was trying to ask him where he was at. And so Cameron said he flipped the next page over, and he said Batman was right there. He said, "How did you know it was right there?" And he was like, "Oh, I looked at the corners of the room, something like that." Cameron said, "I was like, that's impossible. Ain't no way in the world. If the Riddler was on a screen that was big as hell, you couldn't see where he was at, but Batman knew where he was at. But they didn't explain how he knew where he was at."
Again,
So I do agree with you.
Explain it. They did explain it. It's because he's Batman. That's why they. Why? Oh damn! How did he's Batman? Look.
Yeah, I feel like everybody need. I feel like everybody needs to. The way how Marvel doing their characters, I didn't think DC need to do the same thing. And like you said, you was trying to figure out how you get everybody on the same level as Superman. It's a step at a time. Philip Kennedy Johnson.
Or not at all.
Huh?
Or don't do it at all. Be like Marvel and don't do it at all. You're not for something to pick up a Punisher comic and he could suddenly, oh shit, you see what Punisher did? Yeah, he fought the Silver Surfer hand to hand. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
But you know what? I agree with you on that, because I think we know Superman is DC's top number one hero and all of that stuff. We talk about the man who's the idea of hero. I would personally leave Superman at that level, but I do where you come from. If you leave Superman at that level, but everybody else, what are you gonna do for them?
Put them in their place. Put them where they belong. You don't see, and then give them the eventual bump if they need it, or give them the eventual hype if they need it, and then other than that, keep them where they belong. Batman doesn't belong one-shotting or even in the conversation of fighting Darkseid. Batman doesn't belong in that picture. Yet they seem to want to keep putting Batman in that picture just for him to get embarrassed.
I think
what Batman stands will do is go, well, hey, at least he was able to enter Darkseid, and it's like, well, nah, he got embarrassed, but he's there. And it's like, yeah, he shouldn't be. The obvious class difference is crazy.
But you know what now? Like, I think they're doing that per se now. Hold on. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
All right. So yeah, I do agree with you. I do believe that, and this is me. I don't want people to think going back and try to ban me for saying this because I know people are. I do agree with you. If Batman is a straight tail character, just like Nightwing and them, they should not be able to take on Darkseid. I do agree with you. There's no reason why Batman should be up there trying to take on what's name. If Clark is the main go-to guy, then let Clark handle that situation. You handle everything else. And stop putting this idea that, yes, he needs to be one of the people that can, he can rival Darkseid's impressed by him. No, but that's also DC fault too, because DC. I mean, all right, when it comes to Darkseid, we seen enough of Darkseid. We know what Darkseid is all about. There's be times where I think they need to do a comic where Darkseid just beat the hell of dog shit out of Batman to show him like, bro, I respect your intelligence, but when it comes down to it, you're not fucking with me. Nothing that you can do. I think DC need to do comics straight like that.
They already did. It's when he went in there with that Hellbat armor. But you know, people don't see that. They don't see that he got his ass with that Hellbat armor. What they see is that he was going relative to Doomsday, or he was going relative to Darkseid for a little while. No, Darkseid beat the hell out of him. Every time these guys fist fight or get into some kind of physical altercation, Darkseid ends up beating the hell out of him. Something ends up saving him.
I do agree with that.
Darkseid, something ends up saving back. Darkseid was going to kill him. Batman puts up a shard that reflects the Omega beam. You know, Darkseid was going to kill him, but the Omega sanction didn't work because something happened at the last second, and he ended up just being transported back in the past and not actually being erased from existence. Or Darkseid was going to kill him, but like Superman showed up and saved his life, or Supergirl, or Wonder Woman, or Darkseid was going to kill him, but like the Green Lantern put a shield over him to stop Darkseid from smashing his brains in. It's like something always happens. But it's like my whole point is like why people don't see the detriment that Batman is in those set moments. They only see it as, no, it's cool that he's there. It's like, no, it ain't cool. He's the actual detriment to the team at that point. His value to the team isn't, I'm going to fist fight these giant immortal beings. His value to the team is, man, you better cook up a strategy or something for Clark. You better get in that computer with it.
And I think, and you know what, though? That's another thing, too. I love Superman, but I think sometimes they need to show more than just his brute sometimes. I think they need to show, like, Philip Kennedy Johnson wants to upgrade. I do remember he saying this. He wants to upgrade a lot of dark Superman villains. But I did tell him, I do want to see an intelligent Clark where with his bioelectric aura, he do some amazing stuff with these new current runs with his bioelectric aura.
Well, yeah, but yeah, that new action comic got me thinking like maybe he can. He's over doing fucking matter manipulation and shit now.
Right.
They turned his ass into the Silver Surfer. For real. Like he over here, he got the power cosmos, man. You man can re-alter anything he wants now, molecular level, man. Travel time and space infinitely in a matter of moments just by thinking about it. That's my problem with DC Comics though, is they write their gods to remain gods amongst men, so that when they lose, it's like, wait a minute, Superman could do all this shit. Why was he able to lose? Why was he able to lose to some shit like this? Like, why was Mongol able to beat him on World like that when he had his ability all along? And it's like,
I see where you're coming from, and that just comes to the fact that the matter is that this has not only lazy writing, or not just lazy writing. It's just like, if Superman, like for instance, Superman had bioelectric aura for years, and I know Philip Kennedy Johnson not coming back to talking about it again because that's what he used to growing up. From I read from his interviews, and with that being said, if he is that creative with everything, then we need a Clark that able to do that. We need to exceed that more, not more than just what we normally used to get, and that's what I'm saying.
Not more than just him turning, Lex Luthor into tuna. You know what I'm saying? It's like we need more. Like, let's see this shit. Let's see what happens when when a Dr. Manhattan powerful being shows up. Like, I'm cool with Superman. It's like to me growing up, like when I was a kid, like it was like Superman and Spider-Man, right? Like those were the guys. Like I was never like I didn't even get huge into Batman because I always thought Batman was lame
Right.
until Batman the animated series, and then I'm like, yo, Batman is awesome. Batman's fucking amazing. But before Batman animated series, to me, it was Spider-Man, Superman. Like those were the heroes. Those guys were actual heroes.
Right. But you know what?
You know?
To me, I didn't get into Batman until Frank Miller. When Frank Miller did The Last Laugh, The Killing Joke, and
Yeah.
what was the other one that he did?
Long Halloween, right?
I believe so. Those three were dealing with Batman. And did he do Did he do the Dark Knight too? Can't remember.
I believe so. I don't know. I gotta check.
Yeah, that's when I really got into Batman. Besides the animated series.
Frank Miller took over Batman in the late '80s, right? Andrew, when did Frank Miller take over Batman? I'm gonna say it was late '80s, right?
He's okay. He said those wasn't Frank. Okay, so Andrew, who were they?
Or was that? No, it wasn't. Year One, Dark Knight. Yeah.
Okay. So who did the Killing Joke in The Last Laugh? That's what I want to know. Who did those three? Because I remember those. Those would make Joker over the edge. Because I wanted to know who did those.
Joker?
Oh, JRPG.
Low. All right. So